Undisputed, the Mexican Monster Pack out now.
What is the most powerful trait we have? You need power, speed. Let your imagination do the rest.
Boxing King Media, delighted for the first time in person, Mr. NICO Ali WALSH out here in Istanbul. Could have been anywhere, but Istanbul, I never would have pictured that.
Neither would have I. I've never heard of a fight being in Istanbul, but it is beautiful here, and I'm looking forward to the event that they're putting on.
It's got a lot of history, this place, you know, and I know your grandfather traveled a lot all around this part of the world. Do you know much about Istanbul at all?
I don't. I know it's a Muslim country. I know it's one of the oldest cities on earth. It's got so much history to it, but it's amazing for me personally to go to other Muslim countries where, you know, the history is so rich with culture in that respect.
Indeed, definitely. We're here because of the IBA, NICO. I've got to ask you, what do you kind of make of the whole concept and what they're putting together? You know, they've pulled out so many celebrities and stars and fighters, including yourself, for this event.
Yeah, no, I am nobody compared to the legends that they have here. They have Tyson Fury here, Bud Crawford is here. You know, they've got amazing people coming to these fights, and these are guys that me and I'm sure the other fighters that are fighting in the ring just look up to. So it's going to be an amazing night.
Any particular fight you're looking forward to? Any fighters you want to watch on the card tomorrow?
No, I'm honestly, the last IBA event I went to, every single fight from start to finish was good. No joke. So I'm not looking for anyone in particular, but I'm looking forward to it.
What do you think? It's all right, guys, carry on. What do you think of the concept, the fact that you're getting elite amateurs fighting pros?
I like it. You know, I didn't have a lot of amateur fights. So anyone who's given opportunities to fight on these kind of stages is great. And of course, when people get those opportunities, they want to make a good fight. They want to make a memorable fight, and they end up having a fight that, you know, the crowd loves. So that's why I feel like this event's going to be really good.
Indeed, definitely. And a little bit about yourself, you know, what is the latest with you? I know you fought recently in Papua in Guinea, I can't even say it.
Equatorial Guinea, yeah. No, everyone gets tripped up on that. It's West Africa.
How many flights is it?
It was 3 flights. It took like 22 hours total. It took some time, but it was fun. It was a quick trip. I got my win and I went back home.
Did you travel much? Did you see the town or the areas?
I didn't really get to travel much. We were on an island, so there wasn't much to see. But what we did see was beautiful. It was just green everywhere. It looked like something from Jurassic Park. So I got to see the island, but that was it. Nothing outside of that.
I did Australia in January earlier on, and it absolutely ruined me. That did 24-hour flights.
Oh, I know.
I'll tell you what I want to ask you, a bit of a deep one here. So I heard you earlier on talking in the conversation about how your grandfather, you know, negotiated so many things with got involved in politics and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
The world we live in right now, there's a lot of madness going off in there, especially in the Middle East. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people caught up in the middle of like wars, etc. I just want to know, you know, having been around your grandfather and knowing the family history, how do you think he'd be in this day and age? Like, what would he be saying if he was on the interviews, etc.? Just give us a bit of a feel.
He would have been the same guy he was back then, outspoken for sure. That's how I want to be. If ever I see an injustice, like you saying, like what's going on right now, you know, just the wars, Iran and, you know, Israel, just all this conflict that's going on. You know, you got, of course, the ongoing conflict with Palestine that, you know, a lot of people just brush under the rug. I try to be as outspoken as possible with those kind of issues, because it's not only is it humans getting hurt, but it's people that are my own, you know, people with Muslim culture. It's sad to see just wars in general, just that kind of hate in general, but it hits home for me because my grandfather was ready to die for his religion, and these people are dying for their religion today. So it sucks, but whatever I can do to help, I try.
Some good, nice words there. You know, again, you come from a family history that's got involved in that kind of stuff, and sometimes people get offended when you mix boxing with politics. But ultimately, we're all human, aren't we? So it's nothing wrong with speaking out.
Yeah, no, I think it's, you know, if you don't want to mix boxing or sports with politics, don't watch sports, because, you know, these athletes are as human as the people watching them are. So if anything happens, I'll speak out on it, and that's how a lot of athletes are. Speak out on whatever you feel is going wrong, you know. So I think that's what the strong will in athletes brings to like sports.
Beautifully put, man. Before I let you go, tell us a little bit about this beautiful chain you got there. Obviously, the
yes.
butterfly, the crown on it. Just tell us that inspiration behind that.
I just turned pro, and I was looking for a logo to make for my
Brand?
for my brand, yeah. And then I just in 5 minutes I put a butterfly and a crown, and then I crossed the crown, and in the crown it says NAW, which is my initials, and then the butterfly, of course, got started from my grandfather, so that's been in my family for, you know, since I was born, and it's stuck with me. So now I've just butterflied out.
I know when I interviewed you years ago on Zoom, and I think one of the things I asked you, I've just remembered it, and I remember you telling me the great Ali was a big fan of movies.
Yes.
I love watching movies. Horror movies, was it?
Yeah,
it
you
was
got a great memory.
that was about 3-4 years ago. I remember that. Just share something else with us along the same sort of lines. You know, any particular movie that, you know, people you could share, or any experience you had with him.
He was a big Dracula fan, so any old horror movies, like we would force him to watch some stupid movies. There was a movie called Drag Me to Hell. That was a horror movie, and we made him watch that. And that movie was just sick. It was disgusting, but he was into that kind of stuff. He liked that kind of just weird, anything that, yeah, anything that kept you on the edge of your seat and just watching. He was into that, and we would always watch that stuff.
And cameras, wasn't it? I think did he have camera? Did you into your cameras, or did he gift you one?
He gave me. Your memory is crazy. No, he gave me a camera. Because I've always been into film, and even in college I studied film, and after boxing I will be into film. But he gave me my first camera to help me create more film, and yeah, that's what that was.
I look forward to seeing that, Nico. Pleasure for the first time.
Amazing
brother.
seeing you.
You as well. Take care, brother. Yeah, thank you.
What is the most powerful trait we have? You need power, speed. Let your imagination do the rest.
Undisputed, the Mexican Monster Pack out now.